Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another social sports pad podcast.
You thought it was a lie, but it is I, Cobra.
All right, you heard him. That is the Cobra. I am your host, Ricky, and with me, as always, is Ben. And with us tonight, we have Tyler, Alex, and Jamie. And we are going to get hyped, guys, as we talk about week 2. On that note, I kind of want to basically give almost a moment of silence to a lot of people's fantasy football, championship dreams as Nick Chubb suffered himself a devastated season-ending injury on Monday Night Football last night. That was an absolute shame. Basically, the format for tonight is we're going to talk a little bit about those injuries that happened at the running back position. And then we want to also go into our week hype train for week 2. Basically, talk about which teams we need to be hyped about, which teams we need to pump the brakes on, and which teams we need to be in panic mode about, ladies and gentlemen. Then we're going to talk about our surprises. We're going to talk about our tankman as always. And then finally, for our wonderful poll for the week, we are going to let you guys, the listeners, talk about our holla at your boy player of the week. And maybe even give ourselves, I was going to say, we were going to talk about who was going to win Thursday night, but pretty much, I think everybody, their mom, their grandmom, and Kate McNeil know that the 49ers are going to beat the Giants. All right.
As much as a Giants fan, that does make me sad, but all right, let's get started.
All right. So, basically, again, as I mentioned before we went to the format, there were some very interesting injuries to a bunch of players this week in the NFL. And kind of mainly at the running back position, the position that doesn't get a lot of respect, in terms of the salary, basically is the one that's getting beat like a dead horse. So we had, correct me if I'm wrong. We had Nick Chubb basically break his leg nastily, and he's done for the year.
Potentially a career-threatening injury.
Pretty much. I mean, especially because it's the same leg that he broke in Georgia.
He tore his ACL in college, yeah.
Yeah, so we have that. Then there is the injury to Saquon Barkley. Got him week to week. They originally said it was going to be like a 3-week injury, but he might even play.
So I will actually get into on that. So I actually was following the interview with Brian Dable, and like I said, the injury is a high ankle sprain. It's just a sprain, so he can wrap it up and still potentially play. That's up to him. That's why he's questionable right now, but he's not fully out.
Okay. Then. Let's see. Well, I mean, we also have the Aaron Jones hamstring injury that he's still reeling from. Then, what's the guy in New Orleans messed up his hamstring? So
not Kamara.
No, not Kamara. Kamara's still
suspended.
Yeah.
That's why I said not Kamara.
Basically, great value Kamara got his hamstring injured.
Jamal Williams is his name.
Thank you.
Great value Kamara works for him. Yeah, there you go. So basically, there are options out there. I mean, Cam Akers, not going to lie, Cam Akers, to me, just possibly could use a new home, and I think that's what a lot of people are kind of like hoping for, especially Cam Akers. He's available to be traded for. Jonathan Taylor can be traded for. Leonard Fournette's still a free agent.
Really?
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt, yeah.
Yep, Kareem Hunt apparently visited the Browns today.
Le'Veon Bell could be.
Le'Veon Bell is
Le'Veon Bell, though.
No, Le'Veon Bell is probably going to Antonio Brown's arena football team.
No.
But either way, I mean, there are options out there. I kind of want to focus on.
He needs position.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. So probably something when I kind of like
mic position.
But I mean, so like want to focus Cam Akers, Jonathan Taylor, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, and a wild card.
Ooh.
Basically, I want to, and the wild card is basically anybody you think of. Basically, who do you think is going to potentially get themselves a job and or traded to one of these running back hungry teams? All right. So basically, we're going to follow this format pretty much for everything. Ben, I want you to go first, then Cobra, then Alex, then Tyler, then Jamie, then me. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So basically, take it away, Ben. Tim, give me one guy that you think is going to basically get employed. And let's try to make it different, guys.
You know what happens here in this scenario? You just mentioned something, and I didn't think about it until you mentioned it.
What's up?
The Browns could possibly do another big trade and get Jonathan Taylor. That's actually a big possibility.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
So I'm gonna give you the magical GM cap. What do you think that you would be giving for Jonathan Taylor?
At this moment, it all depends on how valuable he is to the Colts and how much they really want to get rid of him.
Well, considering how high Irsay is on cocaine, he wants a first-round pick for Taylor, despite the fact that he dogged Taylor, saying he's not worth shit. So, yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I were the Browns and I were the Colts, that would make a good trade. What I would possibly do is, if I were going to get rid of Jonathan Taylor to the Browns, I would possibly get Donovan Peoples-Jones in a second-round pick. I think that would be a good package.
That's not a bad one.
All right.
The Browns have 8 total picks in 2024. I'm looking up to see what they have available.
Okay.
So they could give up draft picks, but they only have a round 2, a round 3, 2 round 5s, 2 round 6s. So it's going to cost them something.
Yeah, like
Amari Cooper or
Well, he's injured. He's hurt.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Amari Cooper. Like, I'd probably, if anything, it'd be like an Elijah Moore or a Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah,
I agree
they
there.
have enough defense.
Well, I mean, you definitely got to build around Anthony Richardson, who also got hurt. Like, who called that?
He's hurt.
Actually.
Concussion.
Ricky, you weren't the only one calling that AR-15 was going to get seriously? Phone silence, guys.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that happens.
I think all of us have mentioned that he's not. I mean,
he's not going to survive. But still, the Colts would be a fun little trade partner for like someone like Cleveland.
So who's next after Ben?
Be Cobra. Cobra. Who do you think's going to get a job or get traded?
This is going to be a little bit interesting because I think that the Browns don't have that much draft capital to trade to get Jonathan Taylor.
They basically don't have enough. I mean, They have like 8 picks, I think, but still. That's not enough for us. I mean, especially Irsay for the price that he wanted Taylor at. wanted Taylor to go for. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking they go with a little bit of a cheap option and sign J.D. McKissick.
Oh yeah, he is. He's
He is a free agent.
agent.
He is a free agent. I just checked the free agent board. J.D. McKissick.
Okay. I mean, bring him in. I mean, he's a reliable, pass catcher out of the backfield. I mean, it could work. I mean, there's, they could always bring back Duke Johnson too.
Dick Johnson.
All right. So Cobra went with that. Alex, give me your guy that you think is going to have a job soon or be traded.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool. Kind of a team we didn't mention before. I think the Ravens could trade for Cam Akers. They don't have a really good. I mean, Justice Hill and Gus Edwards are decent, but I don't think they have a good third down, ground and pound running back for the goal line. I think Cam Akers is that option. He was deactivated, and the Rams are looking to get rid of him.
Melvin
I think
Gordon.
the Ravens are a good addition. Melvin Gordon, yeah. I mean,
Hey, can he hold on to the ball? I know. But I mean, yeah, like Cam Akers to Baltimore would be a very interesting one. So again, I give you, I give you I give you a kind of the same thing I gave Ben. What would you package? Now, actually, I want to kind of do a little bit of fun little role play on this. I want you to go both ways on this. If you are the Rams, what would you ask Baltimore for? And then for the Ravens, what would you give up for that?
I would probably package Cam Akers with a second or third round draft pick. I don't think he's that valuable for a first rounder. I don't think the Ravens are going to give up a first to get a RB2 that could potentially elevate to RB1, especially in that clustered running back group. I think if I'm Baltimore, I'm going to give up maybe a third and a fourth, maybe a sixth next year, just to have some leeway to try to get rid of more draft capital because they want to try to expand and better themselves in free agency because the Ravens typically get a lot of money to expand in the offseason. So that's what I would do.
Okay. So, I mean, in a way, I'm going to also play devil's advocate on all of these. So, in my opinion, I definitely say a third and a fourth. Packaging for Cam Akers is definitely high. I honestly think that with Cam Akers, whoever is going to trade and get him, they are literally going to probably get him for the low price of maybe a 7th round swap or a 6th round swap. Only because of Cam Akers' productivity is terrible. It reminds me a lot of okay, yeah. Who's got a lot of feedback going on?
Seriously, yeah.
Like I'm hearing a lot of feedback, but yeah. So the Cam Akers situation with the Rams, it reminds me a lot of another player situation with a team that's kind of on the downslope of everything that has a potential of reviving his career with a new team. That player being Marshawn Lynch. The production of Cam Akers, the production of Cam Akers with the Los Angeles Rams right now reminds me of Marshawn Lynch with Buffalo that final season.
Yeah.
Before they traded him to Seattle, and Marshawn Lynch became beast mode.
And to be fair, I thought you were referring to Marshawn Lynch as a potential grab
I mean, like, not gonna lie, with the way the league is going, and I mean, especially kind of
you might as well bring Frank Gore out of the closet.
I mean, to be fair, Frank Gore could probably run better than Cam Akers right now. All right.
Sean McCoy.
I mean, LaShawn McCoy, he likes his gig right now. Yeah, but no. So basically, what I mean in Baltimore's respect, yeah, like the Ravens trading for Cam Akers or going and picking up somebody, like the history is there with Baltimore and their injuries at running back. Like, don't get me wrong, like there is a possibility sometime this season that we might see Melvin Gordon as the starting running back of your Baltimore Ravens, considering Justice Hill and Gus Edwards' injury history. All right. So basically that was Alex. So we're gonna go with Tyler. This
Oh,
time.
I have actually a really surprising one.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see. I was actually thinking this one up. I'm thinking Raiders give up Josh Jacobs. Or Josh Jacobs for do a swap with Indianapolis. Get Jonathan Taylor.
Why?
Because I feel like with Anthony Richardson, I feel like Josh Jacobs would be a little bit better in that offense.
Okay. The problem I have with that, Tyler, is again Jim Irsay will not give up what you think.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's already stated he doesn't.
I also just got a letter. Roger Goodell, basically, Tyler, you are expected tomorrow at the league office to do your drug test.
No shit.
Well, I guess I'm failing. Actually, no.
We can cut. Lie.
I'm actually gonna cut that out. I'm actually kidding on that one. I'm actually thinking I'm on the Cam Akers thing, either trading the Giants or the Ravens.
But yeah, like I'm just saying, because like the Josh Jacobs and Indianapolis Colts thing, first and foremost with both of their owners, like you were asking both of the most stingiest, cheapest, lamest motherfuckers in the league now to actually like, oh yeah, it's like the Raiders. Oh, let me give up the second best player on my team for a guy that basically is 2 years removed, from having an almost MVP season, but the next season kind of shit the bed. And then Jim Irsay, like, oh yeah, for me to get the league leading rusher from last year, I'm gonna have to give up. I'm going to give up somebody useless, but I'm probably going to have to give up a first and a second for Josh Jacobs.
As soon as he gets done with his fanny pack of cocaine.
I mean, seriously, cocaine out of a whale. So,
no, but my actual real prediction is they're going to give up Cam Akers to either the Giants, the Ravens, or the Browns.
Okay. Now, Jamie, go ahead and give us your running back person.
Did I give the people entertainment? I'm sorry.
What?
Gotta give the people entertainment.
Oh,
absolutely.
That is what we are about. Not just the facts, but also to entertain.
Yep, we are fucked up people. I got you.
Yep. We are the anti-cancel culture.
All right, let's see what you got, Jamie.
What you got?
So I was thinking about this while you guys brought up some pretty interesting people. I'm thinking of teams who could be that we might talk about later that are just trending downward and may already be thinking into next year. I'm thinking the Houston Texans might get a call from Cleveland in interest of either Devin Singletary or Dameon Pierce. I mean, Dameon Pierce is not lighting the world on fire right now, and a lot of it has to do with that offensive line, and we could see a world where Dameon Pierce wants to get out of Houston before his value plummets.
And Singletary is a solid running back too, as well.
It just matters when it gets further and further towards the cold weather.
Right. Oh my gosh.
All right.
It's Buffalo.
You guys ready?
You good, Rick?
Moist nuggets. Moist nuggets.
Oh, here we go. Because not gonna lie, I'm about to blow your fucking minds.
Do it.
All right.
Do it.
So, teams that are possibly could trade away somebody and possibly get a mint for this. One, the New York Jets could get a call from the Cleveland Browns, or the Giants could call for Michael Carter.
Hmm.
I mean, Michael Carter right now is the odd man out over in over in the Jets. Why not try and get something from him? To get from another team desperate for a running back. Another team that could possibly field some offers is the Atlanta Falcons. There's a very versatile guy that what?
Bijan is not going anywhere.
No,
I was
not
gonna say Bijan's not gonna.
Let me tell you.
No, the guy that's possibly going to be the guy that they get rid of is Cordero Patterson.
Ben's anti-running back.
No, I mean, again, he would be, and to be fair, for them not to have him on the field right now is an absolute fucking travesty down in Atlanta. Like honestly,
1,000%.
You stick him in the slot. I mean, yeah, you got Matt Collins, you got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts. Now, respect his ability. All right, I mean, if I was an offensive coordinator, I would be fucking hard walking into a Tuesday meeting, game planning, because I have youth, I have talent, I have potential. I'm sorry, if you had like an upgrade at quarterback, even though Ritter is doing very nicely right now.
Can I give you an addendum?
What?
If I am Atlanta's GM, there you go. He's on the trade block. What can you give me?
What, for Cordell Patterson? That's the
if I
least
am Atlanta's GM, I am rock hard right now.
Well, before your addendum, again, if I was the offensive coordinator at Atlanta, I would be salivating to face anybody. You're basically covered. You'd be right back. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, but again, if you're gonna do that, go downstairs. All right. So anyway, but yeah, like I mean, Atlanta with their offense, like you just have a lot of things. Another team who I definitely think really needs to kind of look into potentially bringing somebody in for like offensive running game woes. Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I am sorry.
AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones are not cutting it.
Well, I mean, Aaron Jones, hurt his hamstring. All right. AJ Dillon is just not doing well. And I mean, and not gonna lie, you were up 2 scores against Atlanta. Why the fuck are you not running that ball? I mean, it's just like Josh Allen and week 1 against the Jets. Why are you just not putting the ball on the ground, running that ball down somebody's throat the whole rest of that fourth quarter? All right. So basically,
I have another team as well.
What you got?
So another team that could potentially be getting a call could be the Washington Commanders. So
fair.
They are not. Antonio Gibson is needing a breath of new life. He's getting buried on that roster. Brian Robinson has taken over the lead back role. They've invested a 6th-round draft pick into Chris Rodriguez Jr., who is a younger version of Antonio Brown. So they very well could shop Antonio Brown to a Cleveland, to a Baltimore, someone outside of the conference, and could get something decent, like a 4th or a 5th round for him.
And don't forget Miami. Don't forget Miami, because I mean, God, how many weapons can a team actually have? Miami
at this point, until Raheem Mostert gets his hammy pulled, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, I think that's why like Jeff Wilson is on the PUP list the way he is right now. I mean, they just don't want to, kind of like run that risk of losing both of them. But yeah, so basically right now,
and the back, guys. Sorry, what did I miss?
Not much. We just we talked about the Green Bay Packers, potentially making some calls to try and bring somebody in.
Yeah.
We
Speaking
talked
of which,
about
that was a bad call on my end on Sunday.
Okay, it happens.
It does. Welcome to football.
Yep. And we also talked about the Commanders and the Dolphins potentially taking some calls for requests. Yeah. But so basically, instead of talking about basically limping through everything, it's time. All right, it's time once again for everybody to come aboard that hype train. All right. So basically, as we did last week, we're going to basically go on the hype train with some teams that right now, do we buy into hype? Are we going to pump the brakes on them, or are we adding to this, adding a car? Are we picking up the panic car on some of these teams? So hopefully everybody has somebody different. I want one team from everybody on who you are hyped about. And then once we do hype, we'll pump it. We'll go to the Hulk car, and then we will go full. We'll find out what's on fire and who is panicking. All right. So Ben, take it away. Who are you hyped about?
Right now, it has to be my own team. I know, Jamie, I'm sorry. Alex, I'm sorry. I might have stole your pick. But come on, man. Washington did their own 21-3 comeback, and nobody's talking about it. They're sweeping
because it's not 28. Because it's not 28-3.
Man, look,
it's also
it was
the Broncos.
One of the biggest comebacks.
Yeah.
Also, our defense stepped up. Our offense stepped up. Hal's freaking dart to the end zone and that catch by Terry was magnificent. That long catch, what was it? I can't remember. Was it Bates? I can't remember. Was it Bates who caught that long pass? I can't remember. It was one of the tight ends. But I know it wasn't Logan Thomas. Caught a nice pass. Like, Hal is on the money. He doesn't let things phase him. He can make a mistake and bounce right back. The Commanders are mine.
All right. So, Cobra, who are you hyped about?
Not gonna lie, way to restore my hope in humanity, Buffalo. Like, seriously, and this is probably gonna be a little bit of spoiler. I don't care. When your star quarterback goes 31 for 37, when your run defense, where the fuck have you been in 2 years? Shows up and stops Josh Jacobs and the other Raiders running backs. When your running game shows up, hello, James Cook. Way to perform like your brother. So, hype up for the Buffalo Bills. Get the tables for the Bills Mafia.
Alex, who you got?
It's a hurt to say this as a Commanders fan, but I am full hype on the Dallas Cowboys. They somehow seem to blow out two probably poverty franchises, the Jets and the Giants. But overall, that whole team is playing off the wall, and I'm full steam ahead on the Dallas Cowboys. And I hate to say it.
They sent both teams to Hoboken. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
So the Cowboys' own jersey, got you. Tyler, who are you hyped about?
Personally, I am on the hype train of Miami. Miami because Tua's healthy, Tyreek's healthy, Waddle's healthy right now. Their team's playing good, all cylinders. They had 2 really good games. I feel like they can keep it up.
All right. Jamie?
I mean, I was going to say Miami, but I said it last week. I'll continue to stick with it until they prove me wrong. I feel like through the first 2 weeks, you still have to feel really good and really hyped about the San Francisco 49ers.
Why was I writing that before you even fucking said that? like seriously.
Because like a broken watch, he was predictable.
I was like, hey, he's right twice a day. Hey.
Well, I mean, like I said, I was going to say the Dolphins, but that was already chosen. So I got to stick with through the first 2 games as far as the level of competition. the Niners have faced the hardest of the 2-0 teams, like the strongest set of teams in the first couple weeks, and they just continue to be the caliber team that everyone is expecting them to be. So for now, I'm staying on this hype train.
All right, so I guess with me, I mean, like, not gonna lie, the team I'm right now hyped about is the Atlanta Falcons in the fourth quarter.
Honestly, I can get behind that.
I mean, like, seriously,
behind that.
Yeah, like the first half Atlanta Falcons, they're almost Tankman worthy. But basically, the Atlanta Falcons in the third and the fourth quarter, they are 2-0 in a very weak division. Yeah, and I mean, and actually not really in a weak division. I mean, the Buccaneers are 2-0 right now still. But this is a very winnable division. The Falcons could actually be making the playoffs, and they are talented enough to do so.
So the Falcons are literally the meme. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Pretty much.
Pretty much the New York Giants is the New York Giants of Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, from that, which team are you kind of pumping the brakes on their hype? Either good hype or bad hype. So basically, slow your roll. All right, Ben, go ahead. Give me a team who you slowing your roll on.
We're slowing the roll on the Cowboys, okay? Look, it's not bias or anything. We all know the Cowboys always start off strong. We always knew this.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly. And look who they played. The first two games they played, the Giants.
Fuck off.
The Jets.
I mean, to be fair, they barely beat Arizona.
I mean, yeah. And Arizona, I honestly think they're semi-decent. They're better than what we thought they would be.
Their defense is pretty good.
They are who we thought they are.
Yeah, we definitely need to pump the brakes on Dallas. We don't know who the real Dallas team is yet. They haven't played an actual good team yet. The Jets,
until they play like Philly or something like that.
Yeah, the Jets lost Aaron Rodgers, so we can't judge this game off of how good Dallas is. I'm pumping the brakes.
Okay. Cobra, who are you pumping?
Ben, you might have been hyped on him, but I am still not convinced. The Commies are my team to pump the brakes on. Because here's the thing. You let the Denver Broncos drag their nutsack across your face for the longest time. I don't give a damn if you came back for it. I don't give a damn. You let the Commies let the Broncos drag their nuts across your face.
I mean, 21-3. 21-3. I mean,
Can I say something?
What you got?
This is
the
enemy only took 2 games to get
Sam Howell is still not convinced me he can handle the NFL.
The enemy took 2 weeks to get 35 points on the board, whereas it took almost 50 games for the past tense guy to get 34 points on the board.
Then again, to be fair, Carson Wentz is probably the biggest thief in the NFL.
He didn't just have Carson Wentz; he had other players too.
But yeah, anyway. All right, Alex, who you pumping the brakes on?
I'm pumping the brakes on the Green Bay Packers. I think we are overlooking the hype of the Packers. I think the Packers are being considered kind of a pushing force in the North right now, and it's not looking that way. Jordan Love is playing mediocre right now. The run game is pretty iffy, and the receiving core is kind of bland right now, like Christian Watson and the other receiver that both have hammy injuries. So the Packers, we just need to wait 3 or 4 more weeks to see what they actually look like in that North. It's a kind of a iffy division right now with what's happening with the other 3 teams in that division.
Okay. Tyler, who you got?
I'm putting the brakes on the Patriots. Mac Jones is not your savior. I'm sorry.
Whoa, hold on.
No.
Hold up.
Patriots should be
Hold on.
Wait,
Wait, let me rephrase that. I was thinking, never mind.
Were you thinking of panic?
Yes.
Were you panicking?
I was panicking. Sorry.
All right,
I'm gonna pump the brakes. I'm gonna pump the brakes on the Giants. It's both good and bad.
You're like, all right, you're basically playing full stop on the Giants. It's like, whatever, man. Can't go backwards or forward.
Look, we lost week 1 against Dallas, but Dallas has always kicked our ass. We've never had good luck against Dallas, no matter how hard we play.
Again,
and then
Eli Manning.
Since Eli Manning, right? But the thing is, if you think about it, one game, it's just one game. If you think, I mean, yes, the Arizona Cardinals are not that great, but a win, at the end of the day, a win is a win and a loss is a loss.
The Cardinals are revving up the tank so loud you can hear them coming from in the distance.
Exactly. I mean, although
bagging groceries,
but I'm pumping the brakes on the bad side because, to be very honest, if the Giants were really that bad, they would have done nothing in the second half.
Okay.
Fair. Jamie, who are you pumping the brakes on?
So I'm actually going to pump the brakes on another team that was previously on the hype train. I'm going to pump the brakes on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I am not convinced that the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs soap opera that's been happening all season is fully fixed yet. I still feel like Josh Allen is still going to be an inhibitor of the expectation of them being a Super Bowl caliber team. And why? I mean, they played the Raiders, for God's sakes. That defense is trash. Until they become consistent and we see Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, everybody on that offense clicking on all cylinders consistently, I'm not going to believe the hype after one game.
I mean,
it's respectable.
Yeah, I mean,
however, I was basing my hype again on the
basically the turnaround.
Yeah, a bit of a turnaround.
I mean, I hate to kind of give this guy any fucking props, but Nick Wright from I think it's Fox Sports 1, basically described Josh Allen best as a roller coaster. And with the way the Buffalo Bills, definitely to pump the brakes on the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, again, give me consistency with it. It was nice and definitely hypeful to actually see the Buffalo running attack actually go forward. That wasn't named Josh Allen because Cooks, Harris, and Latavius Murray all scored touchdowns. But for me, the team that I am definitely pumping them fucking brakes on is... Fuck.
You had it, you lost it.
I had it in my head and I totally lost it.
Was it going to be the Steelers?
No. Actually, it wasn't going to be the Steelers. It was...
Brain fart.
Yeah. I'm pumping the brakes on the Bucs. All right.
I agree. I actually respect that.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 2-0 right now.
Who did they beat?
Again, they beat the Minnesota Vikings and they beat Chicago Bears, which basically are both teams that now I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna say pretty sure that we're gonna probably be talking about in the next second.
So
the Vikings could have been another pick of mine as well.
Baker Mayfield is pulling a Sam Darnold right now.
No.
Yes.
No. Baker Mayfield is playing like Baker Mayfield. No. Baker Mayfield was great in Cleveland at first, and then he petered off
because he got played injured.
Not even that. No.
Yes.
It was just like he started overthrowing and everything like that and overcompensating. All right. And basically, he did the same fucking shit when he got off the plane in L.A. All right. He beat the Raiders, and then that was it. All right, but yeah, the Bucs are my team to kind of pump the brakes on. Now the train is on fire, everybody, and it's time to panic.
The international sign of distress is going on, guys. Flapping their arms all around, like ah.
So
it's time.
It's time to abandon ship. It's time to tell which teams we are absolutely in panic mode on.
Panic.
So Ben, who are you panicking on?
Am I panicking, or are you panicking, or are we all panicking?
We
So,
all
the team I'm
float
panicking,
down here.
All right, but yeah, who you panicking on?
we're going to panic, and we're pressing the button on the Chicago Bears. It's time to panic, buddy.
Yep, they
So,
are barely a football team right now.
Haha.
yeah, there's fans out there burning jerseys. Yeah, we're going to panic on the Bears. A close second is probably going to be the Jets right now as well.
I mean, fair. Cobra, who you got?
I'm going to tell you this. This team is panicking all the way back to San Diego. It is the Chargers. Fuck you, Spanos. Sorry for a low-tier meme, but yes, the Chargers are in full panic mode. Justin Herbert, their quarterback, who is very good despite his record. Like, seriously, his record is not performing to the way he plays.
Not gonna lie, like I think there's good luck, bad luck, and then there's Chargers luck. It's definitely worse than Chargers luck.
Look, the people you asked about Chargers luck are Dan Fouts.
Oh no,
I mean, Phil Rivers, Drew Brees.
I'm not even like
you
again.
Ask the players
just
the players now. There is just.
I mean, you're bringing up the past, but yeah, I mean, I totally agree. The Chargers luck, is absolutely the entire Chargers team. Everything in their history.
You can take the Chargers out of San Diego. You can't take the San Diego out of the Chargers, Ricky.
Oh, all right.
Like seriously, yes. So, the Chargers are my team in full panic mode.
I'm pumping your brakes.
I told you Staley was going to be fired this year.
Fair. Pump the brakes though. All right, on the full on panic. I mean, I can't let you I can't let you go full panic mode, man. Alex, who are you in panic mode on?
This will be a surprise to all of you, but I think we need to panic on the Bengals. I know the statistics are there that they.
Someone was gonna say the Bengals too.
Like being
seriously.
0-2. I
was thinking about saying the Bengals too.
I do not believe that 12-4 nonsense from last season. Joe Burrow needs to have a big bounce back. The receiving core has been struggling. I mean, T. Higgins bounced back big last week, but he started out with nothing, and that dog smacked in the first game of the season. That defense is struggling. I am not believing in that 12-4 hype from them 0-2 start last year. They need to have 2 or 3 more solid weeks for me by blowing out teams and winning by more than 20 points for me to get out of panic mode.
And fuck, that was actually who I was gonna actually pump the brakes
That
on.
was who I was gonna do too, Ben.
The Bengals were actually gonna be my pump the brakes team. The reason why is this was the same song and dance that we dealt with last season. They went 0-2, and everybody's like, yeah, these Bengals are terrible. And where did the Bengals end up going? To the AFC Championship game. Pump the brakes on the panic, guys. Yes, Joe Burrow might be a little bit hurt more than he's letting on. Jamar Chase is like, hey, we need to start taking a few more shots downfield. I mean, hey, respect the process. You also don't have to worry about Cleveland for only one more game this season. But, hey, that's what's going to be. All right, Tyler, who are you panic mode on?
I was thinking the Patriots, but I'm gonna have to say
Of who?
He's going to say the Jets, I think.
Well, the Jets, yeah. Fuck.
All right,
hold on.
The Jets are going down. Mayday.
Speaking of Mayday, that was his mic.
Oh, no.
Speaking of Mayday.
Flight 800.
So, speaking of Mayday. Anyway, but why I say the Jets is because, well, one, you lost Aaron Rodgers week 1, 5 plays in. And 2, I don't think their defense is all that great. And they're also in a super tough division. So,
fair.
do you really think Zach Wilson can be up to the hype?
I mean, I think the team would
the
be
MILF man.
Carried. I
the
think
MILF.
he's literally going to be carried by that defense.
The quarterback that subscribes to Maitland Ward's OnlyFans.
All right.
We call him MILF Man.
The MILF Hunter.
Yeah. Jamie, who are you panicked on?
Well, it's going to escalate quickly, but because of everything that I saw last night, the Cleveland Browns should be panicking. Not just because of the Nick Chubb injury. Not just because of Nick Chubb, but Deshaun Watson is nowhere near the caliber player that everyone wants him to be.
Deshaun Cosby has lost a step.
I don't even say
really
lost a step.
He's lost like 3 strides.
Yeah. Groper Cleveland
is not
is
seeing
done.
the ball. He's not doing
God, Ben!
Deshaun Watson of old is doing.
What?
The offensive line can barely keep it together enough for him to have a few minutes without having to run around and try not to lose another season of his life away. It is just bad news in Cleveland.
So, like, the thing about Deshaun Watson, like, everybody's like, yeah, Deshaun Watson was such a great player in Houston.
No, he
Deshaun
wasn't.
Watson is only...
Ass.
Deshaun Watson is literally a stat stuffer. That is all he is. A stat stuffer supreme.
My advice to you, Cleveland Browns fans, hope that drink you have at the bar has a Quaalude in it so you just forget this season.
I 1000% agree with that.
I was Cleveland, you're used to this already. You know, you at least won one game this year. You know, kind of. You know,
that's why I said.
I mean, Hugh Jackson, it friends. Hugh Jackson, it.
Yep. Hop in that river, man. Hop in that river.
But no, so for me, I mean, yes, like Browns are definitely a good candidate. I mean, these are all good candidates for basically panicking. But basically, right now, if I'm gonna panic on anything, I'm not panicking on one team. I am panicking literally on an entire fucking division right now. That division that I'm in full panic mode on is the NFC North. I am in full panic mode in the NFC North. All right, the Bears. You started out great. Honestly, look.
Preseason champions.
No, I'm not even. Bears. No, I wasn't talking about the preseason. I was talking about the season. They started this week offensively exactly what I wanted them to do. They tossed long passes to DJ Moore. They had long completions to DJ Moore. They were rolling. All right. You know, but, you know, turnovers cost them. You know, and, you know, things happen. I mean, the Bears aren't that good. You know, yeah, I mean, we can kind of expect probably a team that, I was saying had a chance of winning this division is going probably full 180 record indicator there. Well, I was like, okay, maybe a 12-4 team or a 12-5 team to a potential 5-12 team. All right, that's kind of how it sees right now. Minnesota, oh my God, they actually, I almost called it. Like, when was the luck going to run out in Minnesota? And it went, and it totally ran out. They have been in 2 one-score games this season, and what is their record? Cobra, tell me.
0-2. It's time to start trading for the rights to Aaron Rodgers, Minnesota. Brett Favre 2.0 is in your future.
It is your destiny.
You can't escape it, Minnesota.
But yeah, I mean, like, seriously, Minnesota right now is feeling more that loss of Dalvin Cook. Madison is not doing what you expected him to do. Madison is just showing that he was a good change of pace back, and that's it. You don't have anybody to relieve him. You might actually need to start fielding calls to bring somebody in. All right. The Detroit Lions, you lost to Seattle, who Seattle couldn't stop a cold.
Yeah.
You know, basically, you lost in overtime, and you lost bad.
Yeah.
You lost bad. You looked bad in that. And then Green.
Fantasy
I mean, fantasy's fantasy. And then Green Bay. Green Bay, you had Atlanta in hand. You were moving down the field. You could have just been like sat on the ball. You know, you look great against the Bears. You look great that first half against Atlanta. But that fourth quarter, you basically
cut the cheese.
Well, I was going to say, you basically reminded the Falcons of Matt Ryan in a Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
All right.
So basically, we have basically, the train has gone off a cliff and everything like that, and we are basically we all lived. Definitely surprised. Speaking of surprises, I want one surprise, good or bad, that you got out of this week, and I mean just this week, ladies and gentlemen, just this week. So Ben, take it away. Give me a good surprise or a bad surprise. Just surprise me.
Good surprise or a bad surprise?
Just a surprise will do.
Oh man, that's tough.
We did lose Tyler.
Yeah, he'll be back.
We did lose Tyler.
All right.
God. I mean, if I go bad surprise, we already know where I'm going on that one. Shit. All right. A good surprise. Okay. A good surprise. I'll give it to the Giants for coming back from behind and winning.
All right.
And so the surprise is the G-Men.
All right. The Giants. Well, another surprise that they actually can score points.
Yeah, it was a surprise too.
Cobra, give me your surprise.
My surprise of this week. Wait, Buffalo has a run defense?
Okay. Well, I was gonna go a different direction with the running, but yeah.
to be fair, that is a good surprise.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a good surprise; it can be a bad surprise too. But hey, your Buffalo run defense, okay.
Yeah.
Alex, give me a surprise.
I'm gonna go with Jerome Ford, the running back 2 in Cleveland. He came in for Nick Chubb after that horrific leg injury. Rushed for 142 yards, put up a touchdown, and caught 4 receptions for 25 yards. He seems to be the running back 2 in Cleveland right now. Until they fix it, either with Kareem Hunt trading for running back, or maybe sticking with Jerome Ford for the rest of the season, and maybe drafting a running back in the draft next year.
Mic check.
Hey, welcome back, Tyler.
1, 2, 3,
and just in time.
Yeah,
just in time.
Give me your surprise.
My surprise is the Giants will actually beat the 49ers.
No. I'm talking about this
week.
Of this past week.
This week. Not
this past week.
Future.
Give me a surprise.
Surprise of the week.
The surprise of the week is the fact that Denver almost pulled off that win.
Yeah.
Denver almost winning. Okay, got you.
That's a good
All right, Jamie.
I think the biggest surprise to me was seeing this LA Rams team continue to produce without Cooper Kupp. I kind of just chalked up week one to being week one shenanigans. And the fact that they played the 49ers and kept it within 3 to 7 points the entire game. I mean, heck, at halftime, it was 17-17. Just seeing Sean McVay run this offense, and the fact that in a few weeks they're going to get Cooper Kupp back, we could be seeing a new hype train candidate coming up.
Okay.
All right. And my surprise of the week is how terrible the Chiefs and Jags game was.
Christ.
Oh God, honestly, how terrible it was! I agree.
I expected a shootout. I expected basically defenses not to show up. Everybody.
But holy fuck!
But, oh my God! Like these, Trevor. It was absolute ass. But definitely something I wasn't surprised for. Even called it kind of bold, wasn't it? How I said that the Seahawks and the Lions were going to be the highest scoring game of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, they said during the game it would be a shootout regardless of what happened. I mean, it was.
I'm just tooting my horn. All right.
The highest scoring game, I think, was the Giants. Giants, Cardinals, I think.
Anywho.
All right. Did you hear that?
What?
Hear what?
I did.
Eggshell hitting the studio, my brother.
No. That was the sound of my balls. You're trying to break my balls, goddammit.
I thought that was time to rev up them tanks because it's time to announce our tankman, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is tankman time.
Rev up them tanks, boys!
Rev it up. All right. So basically, remember the rules of your tankman. These are your 5 guys that
Ricky?
yeah, I mean, these are 5 guys that you definitely don't want to run into in the bathroom. These guys suck.
But Ricky, before we rev up them tanks, we would like to thank our affiliate sponsor for today, Fanatics.
Yeah, I mean, they did. They do have. Well, actually, no. That ended yesterday. Summer.
Yep. The summer code officially ended. There isn't a code out right now, but I will say it is Fanatics. Just get yourself a new jersey. Try to, especially you Bears fans.
Yeah. I mean, burning in Jersey. Get yourself a Justin Fields or get one of those jerseys that go ahead and or maybe Bears fans, you can kind of jump on a new bandwagon. What's up?
We were trying to do advertisement. God damn it!
Hold on, you're breaking up.
You're breaking up.
You're breaking up. Okay. So,
Mic check. Am I here now?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely hear. I hear you now. I did.
Yep. The Funko Pop Holiday Collection.
Yeah, the Funko Pop Holiday Collection just kind of dropped on Fanatics.com. Definitely something for the collector in your life. Get themselves the Funko Pop. It looks like they have an advent calendar also. So basically like a little 24 teams. I mean, they definitely got some good,
good and some bad.
Yeah, some good and some bad. I mean, they definitely got the Colts. I mean, there's 8 teams that they got missing from this list. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see who they don't have on here. I mean,
but they don't see the hype in them.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I guess, right?
And also, as I'm seeing right now, there's free shipping in the United States. Use code 24 ship. All right. That was Fanatics.com. Link is in the Spotify down below. Thank you, Fanatics. Anyway, back to the Tankman.
Yes. So basically, these guys are not bold like the flavor in Bulletproof Coffee. These guys
also link in the Spotify down below for Bulletproof Coffee.
Yep. So Ben, go ahead and give us your 5. These might not be the guys racing for the bottom, but these guys sucked hardcore. They shelled either your fantasy team or your hopes and dreams if you're a fan of these 5 teams. So Ben, number 5.
Number 5 is definitely going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
Number 4. We're going to go Arizona, even though they have been putting up scores.
Number 3.
The Jets are going to be number 3.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2. Yeah. Oh, man. That's a tough one. Let me double check my list here. I didn't say the Bears, so I'm going to go the Giants, number 2.
Okay.
Wow.
Number 1.
Wow.
Even though
a winning team in the tank, man. I knew this was going to happen someday.
I'm still not convinced.
All right.
Like I said, I also said the Cardinals, so they're both in the top 5. That's why. Number 1, Bears.
All right. Again, barely a team. All right, Cobra, number 5.
Number 5 is the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
Number 4.
The San Diego Chargers.
Number 3.
Number 3, the Houston Texans.
Number 2.
Indianapolis Colts. Still, fuck you, Jim Irsay.
Number 1.
Number 1, the Chicago Bears.
Alex, number 5.
We'll go with the New York Jets.
No explanation.
Number 4.
The Houston Texans.
Number 3.
I kind of shocked to my list, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh.
I mean, to be fair, this
To
is
be
all
fair.
great performance. Number 2.
The Bears.
And number 1.
The Atlanta Falcons.
On Tank?
Even
On
though they
Tank?
did win against the Packers, I do not believe in that offensive hype. Even with Bijan
Wow.
and Tyler
That
Algier
is
crushing
that
it right
is
now.
That's the lowest of the low.
No, that is 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Rocked with the shock.
I'm
Baby.
surprised you didn't go with the Broncos. I am so surprised.
But no, that is a 2-0 team at number 1.
Has to be
That is-
different. Come on now.
Yeah,
Okay,
He
let's
was
see.
being spicy. Whew.
All right, let's see.
Tyler, number 5.
Raiders,
Number 4.
Chargers,
Number 3.
Bears,
Number 2.
and Cardinals.
Number 1.
And as much as I love my Giants, New York Giants.
Damn, he did. He went up to my ass.
All right, Jamie, number 5.
Number 5, I have the Denver Broncos.
There we go. There's
Okay.
the Broncos.
Number 4.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Number 3.
Number 3, I have the New York Giants.
Number 2.
Indianapolis Colts.
Fuck you, Jim Irsay.
Number 1.
Chicago Bears.
Yikes, okay.
You know,
So,
I'm
at least
glad
we
that
all agree-
Jamie and Tyler are
So-
all thinking on the same brainwaves a little bit here.
All right. So now, Ricky, number 5.
The Minnesota Vikings.
All right.
Okay.
Number 4.
Flashing the symbol of excellence.
Give me the Chargers.
Okay.
Number 3.
The Steelers.
Okay.
The Yinzers won't be happy on number 3. 2.
The Bears.
And finally, the number 1, the Golden Shell.
Well, since we're going with teams that are going to the toilet,
The Cleveland Brown Stains.
the Browns are going to
Hey,
the
we're
toilet.
let's see. I was gonna say are we all taking the Browns to Super Bowl?
Yeah, but everybody's taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. All right,
Yeah.
so guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that you have all been waiting for. So basically, Cobra, I know you gotta ask, and I gotta say, holla at your boy!
All right. My holla at your boy player is.
Not yet.
Damn.
We got Ben that's gotta do
All
it.
right. Yeah, sorry, Ben. I jumped the gun. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
Cobra jumped the gun a little bit. He had a false start, so to speak.
Back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, back him up 5 unless he's on Kansas City.
Yep, that way you just give the rest $500.
All right, so Ben,
That's Patriots.
who are we hollering at your boy this week?
Who are we hollering at your boy? Does it have to be somebody that won, or does it can be somebody that lost?
Give me a holla at your boy. Give me somebody. Who is your boy? Who gave either their fantasy team, their team, or themselves that W?
So I'm looking at this.
I mean, who gave him that W?
DJ Stroud played his ass off,
CJ Stroud. Okay.
and they still lost. But he
Honestly,
played his
Yeah.
ass off.
you had nominated him for the only award he's probably going to get this season.
Sad but true.
Probably.
Poor man.
He played his ass off.
Cobra, Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy player, to me, is the player that finally got his head out of his ass and actually performed like he was going to perform. Josh Allen went 31 for 37. He's my holla at your boy player.
Alex, holla at your boy.
I'm going to go Puka Nakua, the Rams rookie receiver, who's basically taking Cub's role in LA right now.
Tyler.
As much as I doubted the Giants, I have to give Daniel Jones props for how he played in the second half of that Cardinals game.
Danny Diapers, really?
Jamie, holla at your boy.
You might call me a homer, but I don't care. Holla at
Homer.
your boy Brian Robinson for finally showing up and taking over a game.
Valid.
Now, I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is your holla at your boy.
It's not Kenny Kitten Mittens.
So, this will impress everybody. But my holla at your boy isn't just one person. It is an entire squad right now. The holla at your boy players of the week, as per your wonderful and amazing Ricky, is the Steelers defensive unit. Last night, they sacked Deshaun Watson like 800 times.
And
they
the
had a
score was a fumble 6.
Yeah, they had a fumble 6 and a pick 6. So I'm loving it.
4 and a pick 6.
Yeah,
yep.
that excites the Yinzers so bad that they are thinking they're going to Super.
Absolutely.
That's right.
All right, so the Steelers are thinking Super Bowl while the Browns are thinking Super Bowel.
Then again, this is Cleveland we're talking about here.
All right.
The super toilet.
Cleveland is the super toilet. Yes.
So, the final thing that we are doing tonight is we are going to talk about the Thursday night football game between the San Francisco 49ers and their sacrifice of the week, the New York Giants. So,
can I actually surprise everybody? I said the Giants will pull it off.
Homer.
Oh my God! Like seriously, you ruined the segment. I was gonna be like, okay,
We had an
how
agreement.
much? It was like, how much are we gonna say that the Giants are gonna lose by? So I guess that kind of fumbles everything.
Way to Danny Derp it, my friend.
All right,
You imitated
The turf monster got me.
Yeah, the turf monster got him on an 80-yard run.
No, you decided to be Daniel Jones and channel his mentor, vintage Eli Manning.
All right, so basically, I'm still gonna fucking do it. All right, yeah. So we made a decision. Just gotta do it. So basically, how much are the 49ers going to beat the Giants by? Ben, how many points?
32.
Cobra.
15.
Alex.
27.
Tyler.
God damn it!
Say negative. You can say negative.
I was going to say, I was expecting a negative.
I'm personally going to say it's going to be a good game, and they're going to lose by 3.
Said that the Giants were going to lose by 3?
Yeah.
All right. Jamie?
I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to win by 13.
All right. So, 49ers.
Ricky's going to say 69 points.
No.
Nice.
Nice.
That's why I said that, because
All right, but no. Basically the 49ers, Ayuk got hurt a little bit, in the game yesterday, this week.
Get on with it.
I'm going to say that the 49ers win by their namesake.
49?
They're going to win by at least 49. That will be my bold prediction of the
evening.
Bold prediction of the week. Again, bold, bolder, actually might even be bolder than the taste of Bulletproof Coffee.
Once again, Link is in the Spotify affiliate. down below.
All right. So,
my bold take is I think the Giants will actually play really well against.
And everybody's going to go out there and they're going to have a good time.
Yep.
And they will shake hands and do some wonderful stuff at the end of the game.
Yep.
And it's going to be wonderful. There's going to be no fighting.
Daniel Jones is going to
that.
hug his mentor Eli Manning and say, "I did you proud. I blew a game."
And then Tom Brady is going to come out of the tunnel with each of the referees that he has basically
pleasured everyone.
Sat
suck
on
their dicks.
I was going to say sat on the big brown couch.
I was going to say pleasured, but whatever.
But hey, I mean, because they can't afford a black couch.
No.
Oh!
You just now caught
got that?
You just now caught it?
I
mean, I'm surprised we didn't put in the black and white tank top and bikini set. Hey,
oh my God, Ben! No.
All right. So, oh my God. So anyway, probably. Yeah, but anyway, so everybody, NFL's in full swing. It is wonderful to basically share this ride along with you. We will probably be definitely doing a podcast to our next one episode is going to be a reaction to Thursday night game and kind of our previews of the week 3 extravaganza.
Primarily because a couple of our hosts are going to FedEx Field to watch the Buffalo Bills head into Landover, Maryland to face the Washington Commanders.
Okay, I mean,
are you going to do a live podcast from Tailgate Land?
No. I mean,
we can't.
I was gonna say you could probably host the damn thing.
Yeah, we could, but
I mean that'd be interesting.
But I think I'd probably not have to join because of my fiance.
If I did go, I could have people in the tailgate area,
that is ambitious. That's ambitious.
Not only would that be ambitious, but that would be kind of interesting. Maybe a risky.
Yeah. It would be,
oh my goodness.
To be fair, we would need.
Somebody feel a little risky.
I mean, if you wanted to, we'll talk about that later on. But basically, we need to kind of wrap this up, gentlemen.
Sign off, guys.
Yeah, we can talk about the game plans for game day later on. But basically, while they are going to the FedEx Field, I am letting you guys, wonderful listeners, saying for myself, for Cobra, for Ben, thank you to Tyler, Alex, and Jamie. This has been your Social Sports Pad Podcast, and we wish you a good night, good week, and always good season.
Happy football season!
Yeah, we're in it, guys. Woo! Woo!
Way to grab your bag, Mahomes.
Make that money.
I know, Cobra, what is your problem? That should be done. Yeah, it is done because Ben left, right?
Yep.
Leave recording. Yep. Either way,